Hello everyone, welcome to the Anchor of the Week. My name is Lucas.
And I'm Courtney, and we're an initiative of Hope and Anchor Community Church in London.
Each week we will discuss different topics relevant to faith and Christianity in today's culture.
We're here to build a space for the church to share our experiences and challenge one another to grow in living like Jesus.
Hello guys, welcome to the Anchor of the Week.
Yes, hello.
And we're bringing today with our episode, Federico.
Yes. Sorry, yes. I say Federico,
Yeah.
but Lucas is the correct pronunciation.
Yeah, well,
Or Fede.
Fede is the abbreviation
It's
that we
easier.
use.
Yeah.
Much more practical for...
For us gringos, as I believe.
It's true, yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah, but Fede is here because he is a part of Hope Community Support,
Yeah.
which is an initiative actually of our church, Hope and Anchor Community Church here in London. And it's basically like mental and emotional support. And it's amazing, actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
I
guys.
say they because he's doing it with his wife as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But he's today's representative. But
Yeah, she couldn't come.
she couldn't come. She had a previous engagement.
Yeah, she's too busy.
She's too busy. Just giving support to
Too
so many
busy for the
people.
podcast.
Yeah.
Don't tell her we said that.
Yeah.
But so today's topic, I guess we'll generally call it like about mental health. But I want to say also mental and emotional health because I feel like
Yeah, it's both.
exactly. Because one thing I love that especially this like younger generation, if I can say that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not so much of a taboo topic that it used to be, right?
Yeah, no.
For like our parents and generations like that, like it's something that people are way more comfortable talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like the conversation needs to continue, needs to evolve. We can't just be okay with just talking about it, you know? Like, okay, but then what? You know, how are we going to like improve it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's like a little taster of what today is going to be about. But do you want to introduce yourself at all, Federico? Don't call you Federico.
Just tell me Fede. It's okay.
Yeah.
We are
sorry,
friends.
we're too close for me to call you your full name.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell us about yourself a little bit and why maybe you started Hope Community Support.
Yeah, so as you mentioned before, guys, my name is Federico. I'm from Argentina.
Yes, I am very outnumbered today.
Yeah,
There's
it's
two
true.
Argentinians
Two
here.
Argentinians
So-
against Canadian.
Well, a singular Canadian.
A singular one. Yeah. So I came here to London in July. It's going to be 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. And and this started during lockdown because that is something that I was like passionate about, but I didn't have the time maybe like to go deeper and all that.
Yeah.
So last year during the lockdown, so I started like to take like courses and go like deeper and deeper in this. And God like has been speaking like to actually, okay, like now is the time to take like that step and actually like do it.
Yeah.
So it's been like really good, like having more time during the lockdown, like to go deeper and all that, as I said before.
Yeah.
So this started like to, next to my wife, like we want to bring like some, like, we want to help some like people like to bring healing and then, and they can move like forward and not stay like in the victim mentality that, I have this. So
I just love that. Like,
that is a little bit of why we're
A little
doing
bit.
this.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I love the fact that God is calling you to go deeper, and then from the blessing that you're receiving, other people can as well. It's so good.
As long as we've known you, because we've both known you for a few years now.
Yeah.
Like you've always had a passion for people.
Yeah,
So it's really cool, as you said, to see how God's been like molding that to more of like not just having like a love for people, but actually like guiding them. And I think what you said about helping people to move forward, that is so key.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it goes with what we were talking about at the very beginning, right? Like it's okay, like it's an amazing thing to recognize that we, you know, struggle with our mental and emotional health.
Yeah.
But then to like move forward is like a really big
because
thing.
if you don't move, like you will get stuck and you will never grow or heal things. So
Well, I think we just end the podcast right now.
Yeah.
Let that be your little takeaway. Yeah.
I guess my question is like, is there people and how can we tell? No, I guess we shouldn't go there then.
Can you call out all your friends that need Hope Community
So,
Support? Is what you just asked.
I have this friend.
Her name's probably Courtney, I'm assuming. That's okay.
Well, no names, but
But I guess we can be to the point where like we're not growing as a person.
yeah,
Right.
like there is like so many times that we don't want to move forward because we're scared of the things that we need to face. So I speak fine myself sometimes. Like, I don't want to, but I know that I have to, because if not, like I will never grow. God is calling us like to go forward and be like a blessing for the other ones. Like be like that person that someone like can like rely on. So you need to move in order to help others as well.
That's actually really good. So why don't we like kind of break it down, the conversation a little bit, like first about like our own mental and emotional health and how do we grow and go deeper and heal, and then maybe after we can talk about a little bit like, okay, then how do we encourage others to do the same, you know what I mean? Or like how then are we good friends or family members or you know, supporters of people who we also say, okay, like like you need help with your mental and emotional health, how can we be like actually helpful with them, you know, in that sense. But we'll get to that a little bit later. But let's talk about our own mental and emotional healing.
Ooh.
Yeah. If I'm also going to point out, I'm going to do a shameless plug here for your Instagram.
Okay, go.
They're literally called Hope Community Support on Instagram, and their page is amazing. There's just a bunch of like little info. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but do my influencer pose. But yeah, just a bunch of like little infographics and stuff about like this one. What can I do if I'm struggling with stress? And then you like give like 4 steps. Yeah. And it's so practical.
And 3 more are coming in a few days, so get ready.
Okay. Nice. So by the time this is out, there might be
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
3 more.
A few more.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Also, side note, you translate everything in English and in Spanish.
Yeah.
And why did you choose to do that?
Because we want to reach actually like we want to reach like more people, and we know that here in London like it's super like multicultural. Yeah. So why are we gonna be like limited? So we have to get out and like off the comfort zone and go like deeper. And
Spanish is the second largest country in the world. No, it's not language in the world.
It's the most. I think it's the most native. Like you're born with that language. Is the most spoken.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, you'll be able to reach a lot of people.
Yeah, but learned, I think, is like maybe third.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
No, sorry, we're not first. There's Mandarin, which is first, and then Spanish second.
Okay. The more you know.
Yeah.
Clearly, I did not know that.
Fun fact. No.
Fun fact. But the point of that is...
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So you definitely are like, broadening your reach. But so maybe we can just kind of start with, like, do you have any, like... maybe we can do this. Sorry, I'm looking at the Instagram right now, and I'm like... But I love the one, tips for building your emotional resilience.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
So, do you want to see this, what you wrote down? You're totally allowed to.
This was in February, so it's been a long time.
Wow.
It's a refresher.
Yeah.
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 Because, I think mental health is talked about a lot, but emotional health, I feel like it's not necessarily quite as talked about.
Yeah, I know.
But equally as important, I think. But so, sorry. Continue.
I guess what I'm concerned as well, it's like, I think on the practical matter, I guess, it's like, I wonder, how do you tell? Like, if you don't know that you're emotionally unstable, I guess, or you need that, or...
That's another Instagram post.
Or like, you need to take care of your mental health. Yeah. Like, how do you go through that? But, of course, you can...
Yeah, basically all of our questions, you can answer them however you like.
Let's see how...
Let's just see how it goes. But
So I think that, like everyone has emotion, and it's okay to have them, but we don't have to let them control us. Yeah. That is like the first step that we have to do. Like, it's okay because like they will tell us like what is going on like inside of us. Like they are like the messenger of the heart. So so like we really need to know like what is going on and accept the things that is going on.
So don't suppress them is what I'm hearing.
Don't suppress them because you're not gonna create so many issues in the future. So so really first good. Like don't suppress, accept them, but don't let them don't give them authority in your life.
That's so good.
Which we do a lot.
Exactly.
It's so easy to, you know?
I'm still growing in that, but
oh man, okay, cool. If you're still growing, then I don't feel so bad.
It's an everyday challenge, like to be honest. Like you need to push and push every day. And if you fall, like get up and keep walking in this. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And
keep
then
going, guys.
And then like as well, like you need to give like everything to God. Like that is like super like key in this, because if I keep it like for myself, like I won't change all the things. Like you need to have like someone like a mentor or someone like that you can walk with, and then as well, of course, like take it to God. Like these like two things are gonna be so key in the future, because like you cannot fight alone. So, but we need God like to bring all the restoration, all the healing that we need. So it's like a teamwork, like the three. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think is like maybe the biggest or one of the biggest obstacles for us not giving things to God? Because as Christians, it sounds like a very nice and normal thing to do.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we can all agree from our experiences, way easier said than done. Do you know what I mean? Like, have you noticed anything? Like maybe something that's like
I believe
atypical?
Like, I think maybe it's shame, first of all, because we don't want to recognize, or maybe because we are scared of what God is going to say about that.
Oh.
Like, maybe like he will tell us like, hey, you should do this if you want to fight against that.
So we have then acknowledging our emotions, right? Accepting them, releasing them to God amidst like the shame and the, you know, not wanting to
all the condemnation,
Yeah. And then where do we go from there?
And then like you need to like ask God, okay, God, like how can I improve this? Like or even like to your mentors, like, okay, how can I improve this? How can I move against this? Like going like opposite spirit.
Yeah.
So that is always like, that's why it's always necessary like to be with someone in this and not fight alone.
Yeah.
So if you fall, like this person like can grab you from the hand, like keep walking with you.
Yeah. That's so good. Yeah. And it's really good as well, you know, because we were like talking at the beginning, right, about how it's so hard. Like, I feel like a lot of people stop at like I'm speaking from experience, not blaming anyone, you know, at the recognizing. Yeah. But then it's that thing, okay, now like do something about it. And it's true. I think probably a lot of people have trouble doing something about it if they're doing it alone. So, which I think is the whole idea of Hope Community Support, right?
Exactly. You have someone, so like you can talk. It's okay. Like, there is no shame or even like condemnation. Like, no. So good.
And going with what Lucas said earlier, like how can we recognize, you know, if maybe like we're walking in like emotional like unhealthiness or mental unhealthiness? I stole that question.
I know.
Corny. Let's see.
I mean, I think other people probably will be able to tell a lot easier than
you. Okay. Yeah, because like to be honest, like a lot of time like we have that blind spot that we don't see the things, we don't see the things. Like we believe that everything in my life is perfect. Like I don't have anything. I don't have any issue. Yeah. But like it's so much easier. Like if someone like can like someone of trust, like you can go, it's like, hey, have you seen like something that I'm struggling in this time? Like, could you tell me so I can grow in this? Like, it's someone like, takes a lot of, like, you have to take your pride out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you have to not take it personally.
Exactly. It's so hard to go and it's like, be humble. It's like, hi, like, can you tell me, please? Yeah.
Humility is a favorite topic of ours here on the Anchor of the Week.
Probably after the first question, you know, it would be like, I didn't like that.
Yeah. You was like, stop, okay.
But it could be very likely that once you get the answer, you probably don't want to do it again.
Yeah, no.
But I'm assuming
that
we're hoping for the best.
Exactly.
But that once you actually take the advice and do it, even though it's hard, you know, that you then continue to go back.
It's like a muscle. Like you need to train that every day. Maybe
That's
not every day, but like, it's too much.
That would be so much.
It's too much.
Go through one issue every day. Like,
Because the thing is, like, like you have to kind of remember that you still need to work through. Yeah. You know, so like maybe you work through something. Yeah. And then you have to go like, okay, but there probably is more. What is their guide? To grow and probably as a friend. Yeah. For more advice.
That's true. That is something I see all the time in my life. Is like, I'll like start working through an issue and think that I've worked through the issue. Yeah. And then like a year later, it's like a whole new level of the issue comes up. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
come on.
It's like what is it? The magician? You know,
magician with like the
it just keeps coming down. And it's like, come on, what is?
Honestly, that's actually the perfect way to put it. But yeah, so any encouragement for anyone that maybe is like in that position where they're like, I've been trying, but like it's just not going anywhere, you know, or like every time it seems like there's just a new layer to it, you know, because that is so real. And I think we've all experienced that, you know. So if you have any like encouragement or anything or support, hopeful support, for anyone that might be listening, that's like, okay, I tried Fede, but like we're still here, you know.
First of all, I think that a lot of people like when overthink, it creates like a whole new myth in your head, like just like and as well I think this like the lack of trust that God is gonna do, or that God is gonna change that situation as well, because you are not allowing God to work in that. So
give up control is what I just heard.
In a nice way, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm trying not to forget.
I know. I'm like, I'm going to cry now. It's fine.
It's like,
it's hard. Yes, of course. But like, you need to try every day. Yeah. Because like so many times, like we put God in a box and we don't let him work in us. So that is like all the things that is stopping him like to work in us, like ourselves, like to be honest, like we put him in a box. It's like, okay, God, like bye. Like or like work in me, but in this way. But but we can't like put rules to God. Come on.
Or you're just looking for more, you know? And God wants you to like, let's chill out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like, let's stay on this one thing, and I'm like, no, we're done. Let's move on. Let's go.
Thank you, but no.
Thank you, but no, thank you. No, that's so good. And I think just really good reminders as well. You know, like. And the whole idea that this is a process. And, you know, like, I've thought this, and I know a lot of people think this, but it's like, why can't God just heal me, like, now? You know, like, whether it's from this emotional need or this trauma or this whatever, like, but I think we always say, like, if we got, like, fully healed in this moment, one, we'd miss out on the process, and we wouldn't, like, be able to lead other people through it then.
Exactly.
You know, but also
we forget about God then.
It's true, because then we're gonna be like superheroes. Right?
It's like, I don't need you anymore. Bye.
Thanks for that. Like,
and then we have to work through that.
Exactly.
It's a whole other issue.
So the process. What we're
it's good because like we get like so much authority in that. So we can like impart into someone else. So
that's like another side of the topic then. Like, okay, let's just say we've like let God like heal us, you know, emotionally, or like obviously not fully, because none of us are gonna be fully mentally, emotionally healed until like we meet Jesus. You know what I mean? But let's just say like we're working on that. You know, we're like in good place. Then how do I see? So, for example, if I'm doing pretty good at it, and then I see Lucas who's struggling a lot in this area. How can I be a good friend and like
Lucas?
Not now. Theoretically, this is just a
Continue.
You know, like how can then I you know be a good friend without being essentially a savior? Because is that something that is very
or like about her, you know, like you telling me like
listen, I've learned all this and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Like
like first of all, I think that you have to go with a humble heart as well. I don't believe in that you're Superman and you're gonna be able to fix the person like in one day or like I don't know.
Humility again, that word.
Exactly. It comes every time. Yes. But like first like, and as well I think that you need to study not study but see the person. Okay, how this person is gonna receive, like in which way is best for this person, like to hear the truth. I think that as well like something really key, so you cannot like hurt the person, like hurt the feelings and all that.
That is really interesting actually. Because I think a lot of times in the name of truth or in the name of help, we just like say things, you know, but you don't want to cause more emotional trauma, I suppose. So you need to see what is best for the person. But that's, I think, really like representative of God's heart though, and how he deals with all of us so uniquely. You know, like he doesn't just, you know, work through our issues like the same, you know, because we're different people and we handle things differently. So. Really
this like just reminds me because sometimes like I personally see a lot of things of people's personality. Sometimes I'm like one of those steps back, you know? And then there's those days where I'm not that controlled, let's just say, you know, and then I snap at the person and I say, oh yeah, but you do this because you, I don't know, you need approval from this, you know, or something like that. And it's like coming out of terrible place.
Yeah.
And that completely hurts the person.
Yeah.
So I completely see and agree with what you're saying. You know, you can definitely hurt somebody by just doing that. Yeah. And I've seen it because I've done it.
I think everyone's done it.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah. You're not alone.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But just wanted to bring an example.
In the spirit of humility, he wanted to bring his own example.
This happened to me.
This happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, I'm thinking about like what you guys are doing and how beautiful this is. And of course, I want you guys to be successful in what you guys are doing, and like how we can bring a whole neighborhood like Camden to lift them up, you know, like to develop the community, you know, and not just the emotional side, but also in the mental health, and of course lift them up, bring them to God, you know, and I'm just thinking like, how can, I mean, the first thing that comes to my head is just like, how do we bring the whole community together, you know, to push them together, like what we're saying and what you brought out, like the questions of like, can we bring this to people or something like that? Or should we say it? And then you responded with like being humble.
Yeah.
But as well, like, I guess is something like about recognizing that other people maybe can help, like you, maybe hope the anchor of the week. You know, like it's like, okay, guys, we have seen that you guys bring a lot of good topics. Maybe you can bring your friend to us and bring some questions on the podcast or whatever. But I think I'm just responding my own question.
Go for it. It's good.
But I'm thinking like, what do you guys think? Like when you think of this, like how can we bring this more? You know, what is something that comes to your head? You know, or what do you think how can we help or other people help for this to happen more?
Like more on a community, like larger scale.
Yeah, in a larger scale.
Yeah.
In a few weeks, like I don't promise you when, because we are still working in this, and this will answer your question. So we are making a workbook. Sorry, English.
Oh, a workbook.
Yeah. So about like how to like deal like different like emotions and all that. So you can go through. So we're gonna like. Our goal is like to print a bunch of them and then like just like distribute it into like different houses and all that. Whoa. So that is one of the. Like,
that's incredible.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's just how we are going
within the community. It'd just be like, here you have a
for free. Take it
for free. Oh, for free as well. Yeah, amen.
Yeah, no,
what?
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's really good.
Did we get that like special information? Like you heard it here on the Anchor of the Week first?
Yeah.
Wow. Will this be available for like other people that maybe don't live in Camden?
Yeah, sure. Like we can do it online. Like we are on the process of making a webpage.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's okay.
This is like kind of new as well. So like we are stepping like little by little.
I mean, because Hope Community Sport is a rather new initiative, as you said, just within the last year.
Yeah.
So super cool. But that's amazing. That is a great way for as a community, you know.
Yeah.
And then I think something that I've just been like thinking about how like this is gonna sound so cliche. I say the most cliche things on this, which is so weird, but like it all starts with one, right? Like, and if everyone is like vigilant, I guess, on like their emotional health and their mental health, then like that like has a ripple effect. You know, if we're all, you know, working on our own, but also looking out for one another, I think that has a lot of like power, you know, to heal a community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually a question as well. So I'm going to take this a little bit.
Okay, let's
I've been thinking about this. How would you differentiate mental health and emotional health? As in, like, do you think that they're independent of each other, or do you think they rely a lot on each other? You're looking at me like, Courtney, why?
Yes. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, feel free to, like, translate in your head.
Yeah.
But, like...
Shush.
Well, because...
But I guess maybe you can...
They are connected.
Yeah.
I think that they are connected, like they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because...
Yeah. This is what I was thinking, but I was just wondering about your opinion on it.
Yeah.
Because, as I said at the beginning, like, I feel like we don't really talk about emotional health very much, but...
Because I think that all the fears and all that, like, that we, like, ended up in anxiety or panic attack, and that is like mental health. I think that we can.
So they're very mixed in that sense.
Yeah, I think that we can say that.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer here. I was just pure curiosity.
I mean, it makes me think a bit because like we do talk about like, okay, emotions are good, but not like you have to be careful with them.
Yeah.
And then you have the mental, like if there are people that have more like, they say yes to their mind more than their emotions. And then you have people that say more yes to their emotions. Yeah. But then we also have the values, you know, of the people which are in their heart, right?
Yeah.
I will say. So, but that also guides the way you think, right? So I think that makes it a little bit also complicated, but at the same time, as you were asking, I think it makes them work hand in hand. Right? Because it's the set of heart, right?
Yeah, and like fun fact, like even if you suppress your emotions, like you are taking like decisions in base of them. So
one more time for the people in the back. Even if you suppress your emotions, you're still making decisions based on your emotions.
Yeah. So be
just
careful.
Yeah. So basically, moral of the story: it's all connected, and let's just get holistic healing. Let's just
Yeah. So
That's so good. Yeah. Well, I don't really know what time it is, if I'm going to be honest, but I feel like it's probably almost time for closing statements.
Yeah, it is time.
Yes. So these are our final thoughts to kind of wrap up, because it's nice to like talk about all these things a lot, you know, but then it's like, okay, sometimes, at least for me, you know, like in my brain, it gets, everything we talked about gets like mixed up. So I love like ending with a cohesive, this is what I took away from it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you know. Actually, can I just say, fun fact?
Tell me.
Fede filmed like a couple episodes of the Anchor of the Week. Near the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why we didn't say that at the beginning of the episode.
It's okay.
But now we're gonna, Anyway, I just felt like we had to give you that honor.
One of the videos, he was there behind.
Exactly. One or two.
Having to look at us.
Oh, yeah. I remember now. I
now
think
he remembers. He blocked it out.
My emotion block it. No, I'm joking. Jokes.
But so our closing statement. So we'll all get a little turn to say our thoughts. Yeah. Should we let our guests go first?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if there's something that he wanted to say.
Let's see. Walk with someone, like walk always with someone in this, and be open to receive correction as well. And give everything to God, of course. Like,
of course.
He has to be first, and then like. Others.
He's really good at compressing.
I know. We ramble on for like 10 minutes each.
Yeah, we always take forever, and he's
everything
like.
Everything we've said. I think he understands the concept of closing statements better than us. But I think for me, one thing that really stood out, obviously because I've been essentially saying it this entire episode, is like you have to like, you can't just recognize it, you have to do something about it.
Exactly.
You know, and I think, as we said, and like what stops us from actually doing something about it, or like, you know, bringing it to God, or like actually receiving healing, but to really like push through those and to be like, okay, no, like God has so much more. Do you know what I mean? Like he actually, he promises us restoration, you know? And then onto that, like, it's okay if it's a little bit messy as well in the in-between. Speaking from experience, so telling myself that, you know, like, as you said, we don't have to put things in a box. You know, but like, let it happen, but then be like diligent and like committed to doing something about it, I think. Yeah, that's for you now.
There's so much, I think.
Yeah, there's literally so much we can take away from this.
To process.
And we barely talked about anything. Like,
no,
we just scratched the surface.
I feel like we just, I think the topics are so heavy, I guess, or like strong, that we just like get a little bit pulled out of the conversation, you know, and it just gets you blanked out, you know. I think the things that like I thought it called me out a bit. It was just like when you feel like there's nothing to work on, you probably are too blind to see it. Basically, it's a truth. and to seek help from your friends, people that actually care about you and then they want to see you actually grow, I guess don't ask the person that they're gonna tell you what you want,
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking real friends, not friends that
the
just
ones
make
that
you
will
feel
stick
nice.
with you forever, basically. And I feel like it's weird, but sometimes the ones that for like maybe a week or a few months, they're like actually real.
Yeah.
I know.
But yeah, anyways, that could be another topic. But
real friendship.
Yeah.
On the anger of
what's
the week.
real friendship? That, and I guess I just kind of forgot. I guess like we should want to produce like what we're learning, right? To be in a healthy stage so that we can reproduce for somebody else,
like
right?
Multiply
it, right?
Yeah.
So I guess that's a good place to be, and to be reminded that it's not just for ourselves, but also that somebody else can be blessed with that. As like Pucci is being a blessing right now.
Sorry, Pucci is a nickname for him.
Fede, sorry.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
I have another one.
You have another one?
So during lockdown, Courtney helped me to translate. Yeah. So we translate like from Spanish to English, like booklet, like with mental health and all that. So thank you, Courtney.
Yeah, you're welcome. Clarification, I did not translate from Spanish to English.
It's true. I did it to Spanish to English, and then
I rewrote the English to make it make more sense. Yeah, it's true. So I kind of feel like I'm an honorary member of Hope Community Support. I definitely did not do any studying on mental or emotional health. So maybe
but
don't.
supporting.
But I was supporting the support. So I think that's
good.
Fine. Yeah. Amazing. Again, I think we could definitely talk a lot more about this.
I really feel like we should bring Pucci back soon.
Yes.
Maybe we can bring Carrie as well.
Yes,
if she's
Carrie's
not too busy.
She's not too busy. This is our plea, Carrie. We'd love to have you.
Part 2.
Yes, and then also make sure that you follow Hope Community Support on Instagram.
Yes.
Honestly, it is like so rich with like knowledge and encouragement and really challenging things. It's amazing. And also keep a lookout for the website and the workbook, which I'm sure will be
soon,
released on your Instagram.
I will let you know, guys, so you can
Oh, perfect.
advertise.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sponsored by Hope Community Support.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Fede.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course.
It's been a pleasure.
It's literally a pleasure.